Yo guys, it's Early here back at again with another video. The gameplay you're watching in the background is me playing on Piccadilly with the KAR98, which is the video today that I'm going to make, which is the best class setup for the KAR98K. Before we get into the video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, share the video everywhere and hit the bell icon below. Very much appreciated, so you'll be notified when I next drop a video. Anyways, let's get right into the video. First of all, the barrel. I'd like to start off with the barrel. So on the barrel we use the first one which you unlock on the KAR98, which is the Singuard Custom 25.1. The reason why I do use this is because it looks quite similar to the Singuard Custom 21.2. The only difference is that the 25.1, the one that I use, gives you more range and it gives you more accuracy, hence why I use it. Another reason is that it's got a lot of pros, like it's got more damage range, bullet velocity and recoil control. The only two cons that it has is ADS speed and the movement speed, which doesn't really matter because we put other attachments on the gun which kind of cater to the gun, so it kind of just ends up back to square one sort of thing again. The next attachment I do use on it is the reflex sight. Now I use the reflex sight on it because obviously I'm trying to unlock the crossbow, and to unlock the crossbow you need to get 25 gameplays with 5 kills in each of those games with a reflex sight on the KAR98, hence why I'm using it. And as soon as I started using it, I was thinking, yeah, this gun is really good with the reflex sight. It actually works out in my favor because you can quick scope with it. You put certain attachments on the gun which kind of increase the ADS speed, so you can run around quick scoping and things like that. The only downside to the reflex sight that I use is the ADS speed once again, but the reflex sight that I do use is called the operator reflex sight, and that's just smooth, steady. It's got a red dot on it. It's just nice. It's not too big, it's not too small, it's just an average sized optic. The third attachment that I use on my KAR98 is a stock. The stock that I use is the hollow stock mod. Now I use this because it's got movement speed. It increases your movement speed, and the con is aiming stability, which doesn't really matter anyway because as we discovered earlier from the barrel, we increased our aiming stability in the first place, so that's okay. I was using the first stock that you unlock, which is the ST Vol Precision Comb, but then the pros and cons didn't really fit to my playstyle, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to try the second one out. And to be fair, it kind of works out in my favor because I do aim and move a lot, so it kind of works out in my favor. Now the fourth attachment I use is the rear grip. The rear grip which I use is the first one that you unlock. It's called Stippled Grip Tape, and I use this because it increases ADS speed and sprint to fire speed. Now with this gun I run around a lot, I quick scope a lot, so I need to be able to aim in straight away and as quick as I can, hence why I use this, because I think it's the only attachment, yeah, it's the only attachment on the rear grip which kind of increases your ADS speed and the sprint to fire speed, which both kind of go hand in hand if you're quick scoping with this gun. The only thing I personally don't like about the gun is that you get a lot of hit markers because obviously it's a marksman rifle. Unless you're shooting, I think the headshot is a one shot, the body shot is a one shot as well, but anything below the sort of chest area, like the stomach or the legs or the feet, they are like a 2-shot kill, which is, you know, it's okay, but sometimes it just gets really frustrating. The next attachment that I use is not really an attachment, it's kind of like a perk on the gun. The perk that I use on my KAR98 is the sleight of hand. Now I use this because when you're running around with a marksman rifle or a sniper rifle, you need to be able to reload quick. You don't want to be standing around in the middle of the map trying to reload, taking ages to reload, 5 to 10 seconds. You need to reload, get straight back into the action. That's it for the whole class setup for the KAR98 in general, but for the secondary I use a 725. Now you're probably wondering, why do I use a 725 if I've got a sniper rifle? The reason for this is because the sniper rifle I tend to use from long range. That's what it's kind of meant for. It's meant for picking people off from long range and things like that. But because I quick scope with it too, I'm kind of up close with most people anyway. And sometimes I can't really kill people with a sniper rifle, depending on the angle that I'm playing at or the way the enemies are playing. So I kind of have to pull out a shotgun sometimes just to clear those areas and, you know, switch back to my sniper. Now the 725, I use that with sword off barrel. The stock I use Tempus Sport stock, and I use sleight of hand on it with a forged tack steady grip and a Merc foregrip for the underbarrel. The perks I use on this whole class setup is overkill, obviously, to use the KAR98 and the S725 all together. I use Ghost for obvious reasons. I don't want to be seen on the radar. And the third perk I use is Amped, which is the second perk which you unlock, and that's obviously because of faster weapon swaps, which comes in handy if you're running around a lot with a shotgun and you're coming into small close quartered areas. It's good to switch to your shotgun as quick as possible, because you don't want to be lazing around and, you know, getting shot in the back and taking so long to switch your weapon. So it just kind of helps out. As a lethal, I use a frag grenade. Now lethal doesn't really matter with this whole class setup. What matters is the gun that you use as a secondary and the attachments that you use on those guns. Lethal could be anything. I tend to use a frag grenade. That's what I tend to stick to for all my classes. I don't really prefer any other ones. I feel like it just takes too long to either throw or go off or get kills with. Frag grenade, I can just spawn in, chuck it, and then forget about it, sort of thing, which is the natural thing for us Call of Duty players anyway. That's what a lot of us do. We just spawn in and just chuck it. As a tactical, I use the stem. Now this is personal preference again. I use the stem because I can just easily run away. I can just heal myself quickly and just get back into the action. It doesn't really matter what you use, but out of all the tacticals, I feel like stem is one of the best ones. Before, I used to use a flash grenade or a stun grenade. I haven't really tried out the decoy, the heartbeat sensor, the snapshot grenade, smoke grenade. I haven't really tried out any others, but personally I feel like stem is the best one. Ever since I started using it, I haven't gone back to any of the other tacticals. It's just that you get 2 at a time, and which is plenty to kind of, you know, use before you get killed, and then you'll get 2 again. You don't need any more than 2. Flash and stun is okay, but it's just, you know, a lot of people run the perk where, like, you can sort of, you know, what's the perk called? Battle hardened. A lot of people run battle hardened, so when you stun them, it doesn't really affect them anyway. So personally, I would use the stem to kind of re-heal yourself quick enough, because it helps you out in the gameplay. Stuns and frags, I mean, flash grenades and all these other ones, they don't really help you out. You can't run away and, you know, heal yourself and come back again. Overall, that is my class setup for the KAR98. Now, I've been using this gun for a while now. Since the update came out for the crossbow, I've been using it, and my level is level 39 for my marksman rifle. 725 I've been using for however long I can remember, but personally I feel like these are the best sort of attachments that you can use for your KAR98. Now, you can obviously change things around, take things off, and, you know, put whatever kind of suits your playstyle, because this is my playstyle. I like running around, shooting, picking people off from long range, and my accuracy is quite good, hence why I can use the red dot sight anyway. The shotgun kind of just helps out when people are trying to peek corners, especially on Piccadilly. The gameplay that you're watching on the B flag, a lot of people are, you know, peeking the buses, coming around corners, shooting underneath, and the shotguns really do help. You can see in certain situations I just pull out my shotgun and I clear the whole area out. Just because you're using a marksman rifle doesn't mean you have to stick to it and you have to use it. Sometimes you can just switch to your secondary. I know some people don't like it, but when you're playing a game like Call of Duty, where it's kind of fast paced and you know you're going to die very quick in this game, as soon as someone sees you, you're either going to die or you're going to kill them. There's no two ways about it. You know, it's just common sense. So you just got to do what you got to do to get that kill off. As you can see, I just picked that guy off right there with a shotgun. So it doesn't mean because you're using a marksman rifle you have to kill people with the marksman rifle. It just means whatever situation you're in, you make the best out of what you have on you. In this situation, I have the stem, which I'm playing to my advantage with 725, which I'm using from close quartered. Now, on this map, you know, people use shotguns anyway, but it really works out with a marksman rifle a lot more. That's it for me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell icon below. I really appreciate